Look at the screen for a moment and imagine the night sky completely clear, filled with thousands of stars. Among all of them, 4 stars begin to shine brighter than the others. Each one is different. Each one seems to call your attention in a subtle way. Now here's the question: if you had to choose just one star, which one would you feel drawn to first? It may seem like a simple choice, but psychology suggests something deeper may be happening inside your mind. The famous Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung believed that the choices people make, especially intuitive ones, often reveal hidden parts of the personality and the emotional forces guiding their life. In this psychological test, you will see 4 different stars, numbered from 1 to 4. Each star represents a feeling connected to purpose, motivation, and the direction your life naturally moves toward. There is no wrong answer here. Every choice reveals a different lesson about who you are and what may be quietly guiding your path. So take a moment, look carefully at the 4 stars, and choose the one that pulls your attention the most. Don't overthink it. Trust the first instinct that appears in your mind, because the star you choose might reveal something powerful about your true life purpose. If you chose star number 1, your choice is often connected to a powerful feeling that many people carry quietly inside, the desire to create meaning through understanding and awareness. People drawn to this star tend to be naturally reflective. They observe life carefully, think deeply about their experiences, and often question the direction of their own path. From the outside, they may appear calm, thoughtful, and even reserved. But inside, there is usually a strong curiosity about purpose, identity, and the deeper patterns that shape human behavior. According to ideas explored by Carl Jung, moments like this, when we instinctively choose something that attracts our attention, can reveal the emotional forces quietly guiding our lives. For people connected to star number 1, the feeling behind their life direction is often the search for clarity. They want to understand not only what they are doing in life, but why they are doing it. This mindset creates individuals who value self-discovery, personal growth, and the ability to see beyond the surface of everyday experiences. Many times, these people become the ones who analyze situations more deeply than others. They notice patterns in relationships, behaviors, and decisions that most people overlook. However, this awareness can sometimes create an internal pressure. When someone constantly seeks meaning, they may feel uncertain about whether they are truly following the right path. But this is where the deeper lesson of this star appears. The purpose connected to star number 1 is not about rushing toward a destination. It is about developing understanding over time. The same curiosity that sometimes creates doubt is also the source of wisdom and insight. When people learn to trust their natural ability to observe, reflect, and grow, they often become individuals who inspire others through perspective and knowledge. In other words, the path of this star is not simply about finding purpose, it is about becoming someone who helps reveal purpose to the world around them. If you chose star number 2, your choice often reflects a powerful emotional force connected to connection and influence. People who feel drawn to this star usually have a natural awareness of others. They pay attention to emotions, social dynamics, and the subtle ways people interact. From the outside, they may look confident, expressive, and socially aware. But the deeper feeling guiding them is often the desire to feel that their presence truly matters in the lives of others. According to the psychological ideas explored by Carl Jung, intuitive choices like this can reveal the hidden motivations that shape our sense of purpose. In many cases, the star that catches our attention reflects the emotional direction our mind naturally follows. People connected to star number 2 often discover meaning through relationships, collaboration, and the ability to influence the environment around them. They tend to be the individuals who bring energy into conversations, inspire people through words, or help others feel understood. Because of this, they may naturally gravitate toward roles where communication, leadership, or emotional awareness are important. But beneath that strength, there can sometimes be a quiet insecurity, the fear that their voice may not always be heard, or that their impact might go unnoticed. This internal tension can create moments of self-doubt, especially when their efforts to connect with others are not immediately recognized. However, the deeper lesson of this star reveals something important. Purpose for people connected to star number 2 does not come from controlling how others respond. It comes from understanding the value of their natural influence. The ability to bring people together, share ideas, and create emotional connection is one of the most powerful forces in human behavior. When this strength is embraced rather than questioned, it often leads to paths where communication, creativity, and leadership become tools for shaping meaningful change in the lives of others. If you chose star number 3, your choice often reflects a powerful inner force connected to ambition, growth, and the desire to build something meaningful in the world. People who feel drawn to this star tend to have a natural drive to move forward in life. They think about progress, improvement, and the idea of reaching a higher level of success or personal achievement. From the outside, they may appear determined, focused, and highly motivated. But internally, there is usually a deeper emotional current guiding them, the feeling that their life is meant for something significant. According to ideas explored by Carl Jung, the choices we make in moments like this are rarely random. They often reflect unconscious motivations that shape how we see our future and what kind of purpose we believe we are meant to pursue. People connected to star number 3 often feel energized by challenges and opportunities for growth. They are the type of individuals who set goals, imagine bigger possibilities, and push themselves to go further than they did before. This mindset can create powerful discipline and determination. However, it can also bring moments of internal pressure. When someone constantly strives to improve, they may sometimes feel that they have not yet done enough or that their true potential has not fully been reached. This feeling is not a weakness. In many cases, it is the same emotional force that drives innovation, leadership, and progress in many areas of life. The deeper lesson behind star number 3 is not simply about achieving success. It is about understanding the true meaning of growth. Purpose for people connected to this star often develops through persistence, learning, and the willingness to keep moving forward even when the path is uncertain. Over time, the ambition that once felt like pressure begins to transform into clarity. The drive to achieve becomes a tool for building impact, influence, and personal fulfillment in ways that extend far beyond simple success. If you chose star number 4, your choice often reflects a powerful emotional pattern connected to independence, inner depth, and the quiet search for personal freedom. People who feel drawn to this star tend to have a strong internal world. They think deeply, reflect on life more than most people, and often prefer meaningful conversations over superficial interactions. From the outside, they may appear calm, reserved, or even mysterious. But internally, there is usually a powerful sense of direction forming slowly over time. According to ideas explored by Carl Jung, intuitive choices like this can reveal the deeper psychological forces shaping our identity, motivation, and sense of purpose. People connected to star number 4 often discover meaning not through constant noise or social validation, but through reflection and personal understanding. They tend to be individuals who question the typical path that society expects people to follow. Instead of simply moving with the crowd, they often search for a life that feels authentic to who they truly are. Because of this mindset, they may sometimes feel slightly different from the people around them. While others are focused on external achievements or recognition, these individuals are usually more focused on internal alignment, making sure their actions match their values and beliefs. However, this path can sometimes create moments of doubt. When someone walks a more independent road, there may be periods where the direction ahead feels uncertain. But the deeper lesson behind star number 4 is not about avoiding uncertainty. It is about trusting the inner compass that naturally guides thoughtful and self-aware individuals. Over time, the same independence that once felt isolating often becomes a powerful strength. It allows people to build a life based on clarity, authenticity, and personal meaning. And when that happens, their purpose often becomes something even greater, living as an example that a meaningful life is not found by following the loudest path, but by listening to the quiet voice within. No matter which star you chose, star 1, star 2, star 3, or star 4, the most important part of this psychological test is not simply the result itself, but the reflection it creates inside your mind. Every person searches for meaning at some point in life. Sometimes that search appears as curiosity, sometimes as ambition, sometimes as connection with others, and sometimes as the quiet desire to understand who we truly are. The famous Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung believed that purpose is not something that suddenly appears one day. Instead, it slowly reveals itself as we begin to understand the deeper forces shaping our thoughts, decisions, and emotions. Moments like this test are powerful because they invite you to pause and look inward. The star that caught your attention may reflect the emotional energy that naturally guides your decisions, your goals, and the direction you feel drawn toward in life. But the real discovery is not about one single choice. It is about awareness. When people begin to notice the patterns in their thinking, the motivations behind their actions, and the feelings that push them forward, they begin to understand themselves on a deeper level. And that awareness often becomes the starting point of real personal growth. Purpose is rarely a straight line. It evolves through experience, reflection, and the willingness to keep exploring who you are becoming. Some people discover their direction through challenges, others through creativity, relationships, or personal breakthroughs. But one truth remains constant: the more aware you become of your inner world, the clearer your path tends to feel. Sometimes, a simple choice, like selecting a star, can be enough to spark a new way of seeing your own journey. And the moment you begin paying attention to that journey, you may realize that your purpose has been quietly forming within you all along. If something in your result felt surprisingly accurate, or slightly uncomfortable, don't ignore that reaction. In behavioral psychology, the moments that trigger us often point directly to patterns we've normalized. The way you choose, the feelings you suppress, the roles you repeat, they're not random. They form a structure. And once you begin to see that structure clearly, your decisions start to change. That's why self-awareness isn't passive. It's practical. The more precise your understanding of your behavioral patterns, the less control they unconsciously have over you. Take a moment after this video ends to reflect on what stood out most. Not what sounded nice, but what felt true. Because insight without reflection fades quickly. But insight followed by awareness? That creates real internal shift. And this is only one layer. The more patterns you explore, the clearer your psychological map becomes. If you enjoyed this psychology test and want to explore more about personality, hidden emotions, and the deeper patterns of human behavior, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next psychology and self-discovery videos inspired by the ideas of Carl Jung. Also take a moment to like this video, because it helps more people who are curious about personality tests, psychology, and self-awareness find this content on YouTube. And now I'm curious about something important. Which star did you choose? Go down to the comments and write the number of your star, 1, 2, 3, or 4. It will be fascinating to see how different people respond to this test and which star most viewers feel connected to. If you want to continue discovering what your choices reveal about your personality, click the video appearing on the screen right now or explore the psychology playlist on the channel, where you'll find more tests designed to reveal hidden traits, emotional patterns, and the deeper psychology behind the way we think and make decisions.